Hi.
Welcome, eh?
It's high.
Let's see. Yeah, it's high. I don't know if you need to put it any higher.
Yeah. How are you guys? So today we're going to have a trivia. It's called a trivia. Yeah, we'll be having a trivia here at home. Sindio?
Yeah, so the trivia is based on, would you want to give us an idea, like is it a trivia based on us or is it a trivia based on, I was telling Tribe it's a trivia based on questions they might have to do with us, what we have put together as.
Yeah. So you guys will let us know in the comment section, but these questions are based on how I think you guys the questions might be having for AANIQA. I don't know if it makes sense, but like questions I imagined you as our tribe might be having that deals with AANIQA.
Yeah, like you would want to ask me, then when Ian will ask it, it'll be like, yes, we did want to know that.
Let's get right into it, in fact. So, you have your questions? I really hope they'll be able to hear us.
Yeah, I hope you guys are hearing us. We're trying to be loud enough.
Yeah, but I'll also put this one here just
in case.
Yeah, how do you start a new fresh one?
Yeah, just that one.
So, our questions today, you let us know, like, and what made us decide to come up with these questions in the first place?
We actually were watching a conversation happening between someone who calls themselves, she's a happiness like a professional, something like that.
Something to do with good life.
Yeah. So anyway, it was a conversation that we were hearing, which was talking about a lot of important things, like a lot of things that she was rating things depending on how much value we give them. And those ratings were depending on if it's rated overly, if it's underly rated, or you're given it the proper rating. That is now how we react to things like that in a normal world, how normal people react to things like that.
I just opened the rating.
Yeah, open them, let them
we just be ourselves, we relax.
Yeah, let's just relax.
Be ourselves.
Even I think I should turn off the gas.
Do you miss your parents?
Yeah, I'm sure that is a question for...
What laugh was that? Do you miss your parents, AANIQA? Do you miss, first of all, maybe tell us who you are. You are a good person or you are a bad person? Before you tell us, and how you found yourself here, before you go to missing your parents. Is it too far now there? Because I think when you were there, you had pushed it too far because... True. So let's just...
let's let this one be the proper freest. Maybe it's the one we'll enjoy the most. You asked me if I miss my parents. Unfortunately, not to say it in a way that I don't love my parents, because I do. I don't miss my parents because I'm in my home. You understand?
Yeah.
I would miss them if I had made a decision without knowing what I want for myself. Then I would be missing them, because then I wouldn't know. Things have just happened.
Yeah.
But I don't miss them because this is my home, my family. Now, I'm a mom myself now.
In real, come on. Come on. Like, okay, let us be as raw as, like, ever. We've never been this truthful on our channel and as pure. You get? You see how people, there's a show that we see and people go like, this guy has created such a nice environment for people to be themselves. Talk to yourself like in the sense, is this something you want to watch? Like, if you give shallow answers, try to feel it. They know this is a non-thought answer, it's just shallow, and they log out.
Yeah.
But we want to be able to engage them as much as we also let out. Yeah.
Being inside what we actually feel.
Yeah. Like, and just saying, because, come on, you wouldn't say and expect all of us to believe that's true.
No, I've
that
not
you don't
said,
miss your parents.
I don't mean to the terms that I don't miss them without knowing. Like, I miss them in a way that I understand. It is something I chose. And when I was choosing, I knew this is, something that I'm going to have to bear with.
Yeah, you're not telling me, but
yeah.
So you.
I know I'm talking to you.
Yeah.
I'm conversating with you. try this understanding through our conversation. Yes, it's not that I don't miss them. That's why I started by saying I love them. You know,
It's a hot seat. I won't come here as your husband and come as protective.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll come here to tear you down. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, you come to tear me down. The kind of walls I've built, you know them. Tear them down. Bring all of them down.
Yeah, so I made a choice very knowingly for myself. Okay, let me explain this to our tribe. I love my parents so much. We love our parents so much. This journey is something that I knew while choosing it. I knew there's going to be consequences. I did pray and hope that it would have been different. That, you know, we would get to be all of us in one harmony, all of us in one sync. I did wish for that to happen. But when God has given me the purpose, my purpose to see, then He also gives you the strength to bear with your purpose, to feel, you know, to carry your purpose. He gives you the strength. That's why He gives you, that's why our purpose, maybe my purpose is heavier because He gave me that strength to carry it, knowing that this is how it's going to be, knowing that that's the choice I would have to make.
So you miss them, and if so, how does this make you feel? Happy, sad, angry, emotional? You know, like if you say yes, I miss them. So is that emotional? You know, is that sad? Is that, you get what I mean? And if you say I don't miss them, is that anger? Is that joy? Is that food? Is that like, how would you say, like letting it out, like breathing a sigh of relief? And while we're at it, guys, let us take this moment to breathe life.
Oh yes, let us
just take a moment, and we want you guys also to hear, like to feel you guys inhaling.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, just once, where you're seated, whatever you're doing, let us just do this, all of us, to just feel and think and inhale. Yeah, that's breath of life in you.
Then we're here together now. We are all here together in this conversation as one. Yeah, so how I feel, of course, the emotion, it can't go anywhere because they're people I love. You know, they're people I love very much. So the emotion is not going to be, I won't deny the emotion being there. But, or not but, no using buts. And
tough.
no, it's,
is it tough?
When it comes to the anger part of it, like, do I say it out of anger? There is no anger between what is there with our parents. There is no anger because I don't blame them for our choices. I don't blame them for my choices, that it's something I would have to be angry about.
So you do miss them?
I do love them.
No, the question is miss them. The question is miss them. And as much as I'd want to like rub it off and like let it go, I want to break that barrier down. Okay? Yeah, so in other words, break you down. Yeah, the title, breaking each other down. Tough questions. It's new. Like it's you and I, AANIQA. It's me asking the questions.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's me breaking you down. It's new. So do you miss them?
No.
You don't?
I love them, but I don't miss them. I'm happy to say that I miss you or I miss them.
No.
It was.
No.
It was.
No. The question is not, do you miss them over me? No. It's not that when you miss them, it means you want to be there. It's just that, you know, like, not every question that you're going to ask me.
I don't miss them because I know what is coming for us. You understand? I don't miss them because I don't see it like.
Okay, yeah, and anyway, that's the answer. It's either you miss them or not, and you say you don't. So let me not put pressure on that as well, okay? You said you don't, that's cool. So your turn. One fire question. Hey guys, it's are we ready for this? Let's see. Let's see that video. Fire, baby.
Yeah. That's it, isn't.
I really do want to know you. Okay? Yeah, this is it's just me breaking the world down so that I can actually know who's behind the wall. You know, and these are questions that us as a couple we need to, like any other person outside there in a relationship. If they can break each other down to see the other world, maybe it helps. We don't know.
It's not necessarily you're breaking your person. That is not what it means.
No, it is. I'm not hiding. Like, let's not hide from it.
It's not hiding.
It's the raw truth. I'm breaking you down.
Yeah, but now depending on your person, like with you, I know that it's not going to break you. It's going to just it's going to break a wall. You understand? You understand?
Yeah.
Like that.
Try it. Hit me with a question, you see. And I'm going to be as honest. You'll see if I'm lying.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's maybe now from there you can do it together now.
Okay.
Yeah. So throw your question. AANIQA's question.
Question 1. Okay. The first question. Apparently, just from the sort of conversation we're having, should we always be happy at work? Like work this, should it always be happy?
I've done my face so that they will be able, when we're editing, we'll be able to see and cut the facial reaction. Yeah. So the question is, should we be happy at work?
Always, yeah.
Should we always be happy at work? I don't think a work is a place you need to be happy. I don't think work is a place you need to be happy. Because it's work. It's like, let me take it in the extent of gym. You know, you need to work to get that, to do whatever you need, but it's gym, you know, you need to work. And obviously, that can be like not obviously, but okay, according to me, it's not like, I don't know if you okay, I know you, okay, let me take it like you don't understand. Work, at a place of work, you're not supposed to be happy. You're supposed to work. Those two things can't go together, work and happiness, according to me. According to the question you've asked me.
And then...
And underrated or overrated?
Yeah, by the way, forgot to.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, not that question I was supposed to say underrated. That is underrated.
Missing parents.
Yeah, it's underrated because we never speak about it.
Yeah, okay, guys, yeah, we will do this. Once the question has been asked, we will make sure the question is, it's going to be in two sides, underrated or overrated. Yeah, so the first question that I asked, AANIQA, you said it's do you miss your parents?
Yeah.
You said it's
underrated because we don't speak about it, like we don't face it as a tribe.
Exactly.
Which it's there, it exists, you know, like it exists for both of us. You understand? Both of us
so we
are each other's family. It is underrated as a question because no one says like you miss your parents. You understand? It would be overrated if someone had already specified.
No, but missing your parents, like generally, is that an overrated thing or an underrated thing for anyone? Missing your parents, like you are 30
yeah,
plus
if
or
you're
25
happy,
plus, yeah.
If you've lived your life, I mean, just
and,
like
and
you
so
said,
that we don't go off so much to my question again. Let's go to your question.
Yeah, we're not done with it. Yeah. Underrated or overrated? Being happy at work.
It's overrated.
It's overrated.
Yeah. There's so much hype to it that you need to be happy at work. And that destroys you because now you...
But you've answered for us overrated. So what of that notion that, do you believe in that notion that if you're not happy with what you do, then it's not something that's going to prosper?
You know, where we go wrong in this thing is where we are told you need to love what you do, but the only way you love what you do is you become good at it. That's what you become good at it. Like, let's say obviously all of us are born
Yeah.
blank. So if you grow up and you become good at football, you'll begin to love football. Not you love football, then you become good at football. Do you get like if you play games, you'll realize, oh, I'm actually good at playing Call of Duty more than soccer. So you get what I mean?
Yeah.
So don't look for something you love to do.
It.
Yeah, start doing something.
You'll figure out you actually.
Yeah, like start doing something that you find you love. You know, like how would I put it? This English is it's hard. Okay, let me now actually think and see how I can put it. You don't need to look for something you love, but start doing something consistently that you can become good at, and when you become good at it, you love it. That's just in your mind. Whatever you become good at, you just naturally love it. So, and the only way to be good at something is doing it. If it's running, you need to start running every day for you to be good at running. And once you're good at running, you love running, and you'll find yourself Usain Bolt.
Yeah. You do it every day. One day it just becomes part of you.
Yeah. So the question was what again?
Yeah, should we always be happy at work? Happiness with work.
Yeah. So yeah, maybe
it's overrated.
It's overrated, yeah, because you're not supposed to be happy. Even Usain Bolt's training is not happy, but it's training.
Yeah.
You know, like I don't know how I wish they could have put it. Maybe if it was written build training.
Yeah.
Like build training. Fun training. Yeah, you get fun training. No, it's training. You know, that's why it's called a train. It's pulling weight and weight. So it's just not, and that's why you can decide now. Your work hours can be 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, and you focus on that time. And once we're done with that, you move on to the next thing. Even working can be focused over 10 years. You get
how?
You can decide to focus on your work every single day for the next 10 years. Not just generally 2 days, 3 days, or 1 hour, 2 hours. That's most small.
Yeah, you can dedicate those 10 years to it.
Yeah, of every 1 hour of the next 10 years, and you'll be making good progress. So don't look for something you'll be happy at. Get good at something, and you'll find you love it. My turn. Mine are fire, baby. Hey, are you ready for the next one? Guys, mine are very fire. So as I'm not sure if subscribers, this is a question you guys have, but as our religion, do you see a future of divorce? Let me just go straight to it. Do you see a future of divorce in us? Like in our future?
How I've grown up with the mindset I have seen with God. The mindset that God has shown me myself. That is even before realizing who we are to each other. There's only my purpose for me. That is something I strongly believe in. There's only my purpose for me. So if it's coming off that purpose, then life is over. You understand? And for me, I always say it, Ian doesn't like it, he doesn't like to hear it, but Ian is my purpose. You understand? Yeah. So maybe in terms of
break it down for us there, maybe subscribers, if you ever understand that, because I've never understood
Ian
that.
has never understood it. I don't need to explain, because like when you say your purpose is, service above self, it's sometimes doesn't relate to someone else's mind as much as I will try to explain it. That is why God showed me that purpose. You understand? That is why I was shown my purpose, because that is my purpose to hold. So Ian doesn't like to hear that he's my purpose, but for me there is no life.
So do you see a divorce?
No. My purpose is you. So there is no life for me other than you and him. I don't see divorce. I see it's either end of my life, that would be now.
No, come on.
I mean, you've asked me the truth.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
I feel like you're just saying things to butter me. Like you're just saying things that are softening me. Those are not the truth.
You wish there would be things that are softening you. I can take things that you say for, you're trying to ask me heavy questions, but I know from inside me, just like you said, this is something that I know has been me, and years after will be me, because there is no other existence for me other than my purpose. That is not going to change. I think you've asked me this same question over and over again.
Divorce?
No, divorce is, it's a surprise question, but the question of my purpose, you've asked me over and over again. That is not a question that can change for me.
Okay.
So now how do I answer the overrated and divorce is in some countries overrated.
It's overrated.
That's
Let me not say. I'm so tempted. Sorry, that's not how we're working today.
It's overrated, like it's been made, because we hear of it everywhere. So it's been made into a possibility. It's not a
So your question now?
My question is, you're a young father. There's many fathers who become.
Let me keep something here close so that I can be a gentleman and not use my hand to wipe my face.
Or your
wipe my face,
Yeah, so you're a young father. You became a father.
A happy young father.
Almost at 27, like right when 27 years was ending, when you're turning 28.
Yeah.
Is when you became a young father. So
I was blessed. It's when I was given the honor
to become a young, to have an angel in our life.
Yeah, precious.
Our precious angel.
Yeah.
So how, before you, you'll start by answering underrated.
Yeah.
If it's underrated, like it's something much better to be a parent when you're younger, or it's overrated, and then
I don't know. I think it's...
Or it's properly rated. The middle one is properly rated.
I think it's being a parent at a young state, at a young age. Well, that's a tough one, because it's overrated and it's underrated.
It's overrated, like it's been beaten.
It's overrated in the sense that if it happens when you're young, you're not in the mental capacity or just a lot of things are not on your side when you're young and you get a baby, and like when you're old and you get a baby. So it's overrated to tell you to get a baby when you're young. At my age, it'll be, and it's also underrated because getting a child young, it means you will not be getting your child when you're old.
Now you, in your situation, depending on how you feel about it.
Yeah. I think it's underrated.
It's underrated.
It's underrated.
I would say it's it's a bliss.
It's a bliss.
Yeah. I think
it's underrated because unless you'll ever know it, you can't know. Yeah, unless you become a parent, only parents would ever know the feeling of being a parent. Doesn't matter what age. So it's quite underrated being parents at a young age.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what age you're supposed to be a parent.
Yeah. Your baby comes
just as long as you are over 18 or 21, like there are certain age groups that now it's not possible to have kids.
Yeah. And sometimes when you have some things that you send to God. That is something I actually have been hearing so much today, that as much as everyone wants to run around, we all come back to God is where we get our strength from. You know? So sometimes we don't want to speak it so much on our channel. We don't want to push you guys away.
Our agenda.
Yeah, we don't want to make it seem like that is something we're forcing. But when it comes around and around, it comes to God. So when you actually, when you actually ask like that, like you know what you asked for, then
you'll
it comes.
It.
Yeah, you'll receive it. Like you understand. Then it doesn't become a pressure if it's older, if it's younger.
So do you consider yourself a good person or a bad person?
Is that underrated, properly rated, overrated?
This is how do you see yourself, like in this question also you can tell us what is the higher version of yourself, like how do you see yourself as the highest being of yourself, and while at it, are you a good person or a bad person, and what would you say makes you good and what would you say makes you bad?
I wouldn't use good or bad to define myself.
But in this case we're using good or bad to define yourself. There is no in between. The questions were written like that.
I really did want to break down my word.
Yeah, are you good or bad? These are simple questions.
Yeah, they are simple questions.
Are you a good person or are you a bad person? And where do you see, what is the highest version of yourself? Have you ever envisioned that? Do you know that? Like a highest version of yourself? Would you tell us what is the highest version of yourself? And is that a good person or a bad person?
The highest version of myself I see, before I go back to good or bad, is the one who does defy those paths that everyone else has taken to, create the life that now to many of us, because we hear it like that, seems miserable. So the highest expression of myself, or even when it comes to the simplest things to others, like being a mom or being your wife or having my home, is being able to see, like, that highest version of myself is being able to see that there is this way, that same thing that comes to take someone else to a path of destruction, gives me the eye to build my life. Is that making any sense?
In a nutshell, then, to make it make sense now.
Because
this is
way.
Now, that's why even me I said like now I need to say it,
in a way that it is simpler to understand. The highest.
The question is, are you good or bad, and the highest version of yourself.
The highest version of myself is the one living in alignment with what my life is, what my life shows me, the lessons my life comes to teach me.
So I have a version of you in the future. Okay, let me make it easy.
What
in 10 years, in 20 years, give us a vivid explanation of where you will be, what you will be doing, and where you will be. Like, you get what I mean? That's now your vivid explanation.
In 20 years, I think I have actually seen our children more than in between. I've seen them how they would be in 20 years. So in 20 years from now, today's 13th of March 2024, I've written 2023, I see my empires. That is why I can see my children.
But not your children, you.
That is for me my life.
Your highest self version. Not seeing my children, that makes me the highest version of myself.
No, it's not makes me the highest version of myself. There's an achievement, like to my life, there's something that signifies the achievement. You understand? To someone else, they might want it to be, like to you, it might want it to be. I say that I see myself being, a CEO, or you understand?
Yeah.
I see myself like this. I know from within me what to me would mean success at that time.
Not success.
The
question.
Highest version of myself. Success would mean to me achieving that highest version of myself. Okay, that would mean success.
But you're not asking. Okay. Okay. Okay, let me give you an example then. For me, I'd see myself in 20 years, I'd be stronger with my mind. That higher version of me tomorrow, 20 years from now, will be stronger in their mind. They will have gained more wisdom. They will have gained more understanding of the earth, of the world, of the people around us. In 20 years, as highest version of myself will have accomplished so much that I have, like, will have given back so much.
Passed it down.
Yeah, passed down so much. I have version of myself is that, I have version of myself in 20 years is not being in the most comfortable position, but being in the most comfortable position in a mental state. A higher version of myself is having enough of love, of joy, of emotion that I can be able to share with the people around me now. You get? Yeah, so self is like your highest self.
Is someone who is awake to everything in their life. That is who I see myself as a higher version of myself, being awake, being one with everything, starting from my mind to my soul, to my eyes, to my ears, to my mouth, being one, and being one with God. That is the higher version of myself I see.
Yeah, that's you see now I think you're telling us on how to get there.
How I see to get there.
Yeah, but exactly,
like
in the things that I said, I should have remembered to say as well, I have a version of myself is a God-fearing person.
Yeah.
You get? And that one I've learned from you by digging it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So don't just shallow it, but actually think. A higher version of myself is now and forever. It's now, just as now it shall be.
I love the questions, and I love it's something nice for us. We had said in the last video, just out of nowhere, that these conversations actually bring an openness to us as well. It's like we literally document. We used to write documenting our life to now. It's documented there for us.
Yeah. You have a question for me, so now you see the kind of questions I brought. Yeah. And I still have fire ones still coming.
No, I'm enjoying them.
If you think those are fire, it's getting even harder and harder.
I love the questions because...
But you still not answered us if you're good or bad.
I love the questions because they're they're not questions that necessarily have to be, after I've answered that, it's just a question based on me. It's a question, each sides of the questions are questions we can both share our thoughts on, we can both be able to speak on.
But these
am
questions,
I good or bad?
Yeah, but these questions are yours. Also, if I have an opinion on it, I let that question be your thought. I don't corrupt your thought like the way I did the first time by giving you an example. That's why I don't want to keep going like that. You might have thought I wanted you to say CEO, but you see, you went completely the wrong way. Because you're thinking of, okay, this is what Ian wants to say.
You are I'm thinking of, you want the scenario of it. You want the me part of it, the inside me, what do I aspire to have in myself.
In other words, who are you, at this moment,
Right now, as a 25-year-old, it's more like writing for myself.
Exactly.
What I will see when I am that 50.
And you need to have a clear vision of it.
Yeah.
That suit, that clear vision to that suit.
You asked me, am I good or bad? I can't be bad because with Saja, you're good. With God, you're good. So I can't be bad. I take being good.
You're good.
I'm good.
Because you're closer to God.
Yes.
So
that is how it is.
I can't take that away, I can't take that away. Now it's your time.
Yeah, it's me. I've asked you, how is it being a young father? Our relationship is interracial. So there is definitely a lot of not normal, extraordinary, unique, just like us, that comes with our relationship, right? So how do you handle, and honestly, what is your honest thought? What is it you actually do see it as? You understand? Like, no, we normally brush it off by saying we merge the thinkings, we merge the traditions. But how is it actually to you, and does it have an impact?
Interracial relationship, does it have
Our we forget about, every interracial
it does
is
our
different.
does our relationship have an impact on me?
Yeah, like in terms of interracial culture between you and me, not anyone else.
I think, as interracial, the word interracial, we came to learn it after we began being together, like dating.
We didn't know that.
Yeah, we didn't know the word interracial. So it's when it comes to the interracial part, it's, to me, this is just a normal relationship. Maybe to someone else, this is when they'll see the difference in color, but to me, this is just.
I don't mean in color, I mean in terms of actual culture. Like, there must be a difference, you understand? Even if to you it's might be a positive one, it doesn't necessarily have to be a difference that is negatively impacted, you understand? Like, this.
Maybe I'm not getting the question well.
The question is, has it had any impact at all being interracial in our relationship, or there's like the interracial role plays nothing, it's just our cultures that God has brought together, so it's not even like this racial and this racial culture.
Yeah. I don't see it as racial cultures. I don't want to be in a relationship with a person who has been influenced with their culture that they did not want to be influenced in. I don't know if you get.
Yeah,
like when you're born, you don't decide to be born in this culture. So like choosing on culture, it makes it dangerous. Yeah, like having a partner that it's all about the culture, it will make it, because once they are, all of us actually, when we grow up and we reach a certain age, sometimes it's 20, sometimes it's 30, sometimes it's 40, you realize actually maybe that sort of culture wasn't so much of my culture. You get? Yeah, you might be black, but you can stay in a white place because that's your culture. I don't know if you get what I mean. Yeah.
So okay, that is your view towards it, but in terms of our home, like, that is something you have not answered about our home. Like, to our home, is it not a concern? Like, just our home, without
It
going
used to
into
be.
what
It used to
is.
be. It used to be. It's no longer a concern. Yeah, it's no longer. Race is no longer, like interracial is no longer a concern for me. Yeah, it used to be. When I was a kid, like my early 20s, when I was indulging in things that dealt with a lot of that, that's when this interning was really into me. But I stopped seeing the rest now. Like, yeah.
Okay, so it's no.
No.
Our home, our children are going to be. It's like there's interracial, then there's God's culture, which is same in everyone who has that culture. You understand how?
But I will not teach our kids about culture. I'll teach them about God. Yeah. I won't teach them that there's this culture, there's this culture. I'll teach them that there's just life. There's no culture of ABC, but there's just life, and that's the most realest thing. The rest are just hearsay, God is real, life is real, but culture for me, and I'm so sure with but that's just another story. No. I was going to go into the next generation, but we're here now.
But this video specifically how it has started. This video is for the next generation, including we, when we are at that stage that we actually seeing the next generation coming up. This video is dedicated to them, just like the many videos that started this channel. Sindio?
Yeah. So it's my question again.
Yeah, it's your turn now.
Let me see how it is. Are you ready? You know mine are dangerous. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
My questions are very dangerous, baby. Is it recording still? I hope it is. My questions are very dangerous. Is you ready?
Actually, I love it because remember once we were saying our strengths. Where do we get our strength from?
Yeah.
And you said God. I said I get strength from our children. Then we were probably an year ago, and now that our children are coming, I feel the strength of God. You understand?
Yeah.
I feel the strength of God being there inside all of us, because it's a I would love to say that it is a very sensitive period. There's so many things that we have had that revolve around this sensitive period of life, this period of pregnancy. It is a sensitive period, and I think I would love to acknowledge it, that it is a period that you really get to see.
So this question that I'm going to ask you is going to be very... I'm not sure if you'll be able to answer it 100% honest, because it require a lot of honesty. Yeah, but would you date you? Would you marry you?
I would say, first of all, it's an underrated question.
People should ask themselves that more.
Yeah.
Will I date myself?
Yeah. It allows you to reflect inside yourself. It allows you to give you the opportunity to really see yourself as a third person. Then secondly, would I marry me?
Yeah, and don't think of it like in the future.
No,
Now.
Now.
Yeah.
The choices that I've made till now.
Now, yeah.
Would I marry me?
Yeah.
I would always say that no, I would marry you, but in yes or no about marrying me.
This, you're thinking about.
Yeah, I don't want
like
to rush
trust,
into. Yeah.
Yeah, how you show affection,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hey, the fact that only you've had to think about it so much, it already gives the answer.
I think
you wouldn't date yourself.
No. I think.
Yeah, because like that's how many of you guys were watching, like you thought of it for so long. Maybe here we cut it, but she actually thought of it over like a period of time. Yeah.
I don't want to just have said, like how you said, just shallow answering. I want that question. There's lots of things I learned from you. One of them is repeating every word, in a sentence, every word, till you actually hear that sentence in your head. You understand? Yes, I already have an answer to Rush. I would say yes, I would. You understand? But why am I saying yes? That is what I went into thinking. You understand? Yeah.
So would you date yourself, yes or no?
Yes, I would date myself.
That's a lie, but we'll just move on from there.
Ian wishes it would be a lie, but yes, I would date myself.
Okay. That was my question. Your turn.
Ian wants to throw bombs on me. I always love to ask you, as a 28, to remember your 25 and give a word of advice to you at 25 that you have learned right now at 28?
Don't trust so much. I would tell a 25-year-old me not to trust so much other people, but to work. To put all that trust that I was putting on other people to work on myself. Maybe at 28 I'd be farther than I am today if I put all that trust in other people in myself. So at 25-year-old me, I'd tell them not to trust more. Yeah, just trust less people. It gives you the capacity to love more people as well. So trust less, trust less, trust less.
So is it overrated, underrated? Like right now you're at 28, yeah?
25 is very overrated.
No, right now you're at 28, and there's things that you have had to. You know you're 25, Cindy. So I was asking you in terms of you know you're 25. You know you're where you were at 25. You understand what you are doing at 25.
Yeah.
In terms of that. Okay, now you've said an advice you would give to a general 25-year-old. In terms of now actually, you know, there's an answer that was just rushing to come out. Now when you actually think about it and go to yourself, what would you say as now 28 to then 25, to actually living in who you were then, to understand what you would say? You are saying in terms of right now 28.
Yeah.
In terms of
when I was 25, because you know I trusted more people and the trust kept being broken. It kept taking me back to being ignorant. So the less I trust other people, the less I could have gone to be ignorant. I don't know if you understand what I mean.
So you right now would tell yourself then to not trust many people.
Yeah.
What the mistake you are making at 25 was trusting many people, and it's leading you to ignorance.
Yeah, assuming and wanting something from them, and when that thing doesn't happen, it breaks something in me as well. I go back to a state that I didn't like because of trusting that person. You know, like the human is very fragile. If you get broken your trust so much, you know, you'll find like yourself going back to things you had promised yourself not to do. You get what I mean? Yeah. So
it loses you.
Yeah, so trust less. Let me work with myself, not on myself. Let me work with myself from then, you know. Like right now is when I'm learning to trust less and take all that time to work on myself, you know. It's opened so much time for me that I didn't know I had.
Your mind is able to get even more and more.
Yeah. So the biggest part of me at 25, exactly at 25, was trusting. Before 25, there was a lot of things, but immediately when I got to 25, I should have started trusting less immediately. You get? That's it. I don't know if I've answered the question.
Yeah, you have. So 25 is overrated.
25 is overrated because you
should have done it even earlier.
I said 25 is overrated because you expect so much of yourself when you're 25. You know, but if you accomplish something small when you're 25, let that be your accomplishment. Not like, don't look for something big. Don't look to be somewhere where it's unrealistic to be. I don't know if you get.
Yeah.
At 25, just, I don't know. But it's quite overrated because there's so much that you want to be at 25 which are impossible. But there's something that already, if you start at 25 working on, maybe at 35 you'll be very good at it.
Even later you will.
You'll appreciate so much. Yeah, but also at 25 there's a big change in your life and things like that. So I know you're 25, that's what you're asking.
No, yeah, I actually am 25 years old.
Yeah.
I love to ask you that question.
So I hope what I've given you as a 25, it helps.
It does.
trust less people so that you don't get broken hearted if this thing doesn't happen how you wanted it to happen, and this you're trusting another human being. They say put your trust in God then. Put your trust, because God is sure bet. So put your trust in God.
Sure bet.
Doesn't, if you put it on another human being, you will always find a reason, and once that trust is now, once you break that trust, then you fall back to things that aren't you. Like that's why when someone breaks up with someone, even if they had stopped drinking for 10 years, immediately they can start drinking.
They start getting lost.
It's true. So just trust less people, trust yourself, and
trust God for sure.
Trust God. God will give it to you. That what you seek.
So that is a part of our conversations. I think now we're in
we don't close it there. I have more questions, but we can close it here, guys. You guys let us know what you think about these questions.
If these are, I hope they're good, because these are the raw ones. These are the first batch of them. The next time we would have known the first round of it. But these are the raw versions of it, and I've really loved to have this.
So I'll throw 2 bonus questions. You'll throw for us 2 bonus questions. This will call them like a fire. You just answer them quick and you go, okay?
Throw one.
So mine is what do you do as your recreational time? At your recreational time?
At this moment or generally?
This moment.
At this moment, I really.
Like, what do you do as recreation?
I work on the things that I see are going to work for us. Things like merchandise. Those are what I would love to spend my time on. And then a lot of
Don't tell us what you think we want to hear.
And a lot of thinking in my mind too, which I'm just learning now. I'm learning this slowly. Be aware of thoughts. There is this thing that they talk about. It's, yes, your thoughts are there, but there's a way you can be aware of the thoughts being there. They're just not there. So I love to be in my mind to understand where it is that
recreation is also something you love doing.
So that is merchandise. Things like merchandise. Our coffee shop.
And like engaging your mind.
Engaging my mind.
Isn't that work? And we talked about work.
That's not work.
You said work, you're not happy.
No, it's not work. There is things that are, if it's what is actually building yourself is not work.
No.
For a long time.
I think you've not given us what your recreational time is. Most of us would hide our recreational time.
When I am not.
Don't tell us that thing that we see. Tell us that thing that we don't know about you. We know you make those, we know all that, but what is your recreational time? Definitely, for someone it's maybe using the bathroom. Like just showering or just being in a jacuzzi for 2 or 3 hours. It's just mind relieving for them. As it's a deep question. So that it's supposed to be a rapid question.
It's supposed to be a rapid question. It's something that I'm learning very recently.
And I will leave them as homework.
Anyway, I will just give it a quick answer. It's something that I'm learning right now with a lot of free time like this. Earlier we would be on the road. There's actually a lot of rapid things that happened in our life before we settled. So now is when I'm seeing the time that I have, this extra time. So I am learning how to be able to put it into place. I wouldn't say that right now I already have. There's days even I waste my time.
See, that's a good answer. Guys, what do you think? Now that's a better answer than...
Ian is really bashing me, but anyway, I wouldn't say
come on, even you for yourself.
I wouldn't say that I have it all figured and sorted out.
Exactly.
A lot of my time, especially, I wouldn't blame this on, like coming and settling home. It's something that I've gotten an opportunity to learn, to see, so I grab that opportunity. I won't take take it as, you know.
So you're using your recreational time right now to work on yourself.
Yeah, right now I'm using my time to work on myself. I have wasted a lot of time because of not seeing that time is on my hand.
So since we've been together for 15 years, guys, now, what is passion? What is passion? As there's romance, there's love, there's anger. So what is passion according to you?
Passion, according to me, is the want. You know, there's love, there's the need.
If you give us a shallow answer, we will know and we will go back to the deeper answer. So maybe
it's the first thought. I mean, if you would allow for my thought to
come.
Yeah, don't have assumed it. You understand? Like, let me have that letting out, because that is now maybe just by saying something, that first thought, which is actually going to be eventually what I'm about to say, it will get lost.
But that's why it's rapid. Yeah.
So the passion to me is the want.
Wanting something is passion.
The want, like it's not just wanting like how a child says, I want a sweet. It's the want, you know, there's a want that you have in your heart. Lust is a very wrong word. It's like a opposite of lust, you understand? If there's a good opposite of lust,
is passion good or
passion. Passion is good. It's good, it's romance. It's how it's implied that makes it.
But you know that's
good or bad.
By saying the word romance, now you've given me a clear vision of where you're thinking when I mean passion, where it relies. You can be passionate about playing football, you can be passionate about singing, so...
It's the want. I have just described it romantically.
It's not a need.
Want. It's not a need. Needing is...
Okay. I think
it's a want.
If you're going to break it in between needs and wants, then I understand much better. You are closing with your final question?
Yeah, mine is this. Last one, I've given you a simple one. Between the first day of our YouTube, you've known all the experiences that have happened in between. What is one major lesson you may have learned, and are lessons overrated or underrated?
Lessons are underrated because lessons are underrated because back in school they destroyed the term lesson, so we really look down upon lessons now in life. Yeah, we just look down upon every lesson. And lesson that I've learned is, if I get to do this one thing every single day of my life, I will be good at it, I will get to love it, and it will open ways. It will open way for me to use my gift. So what being on YouTube has taught me, it has assured me what I had learned before I began a YouTube channel was, I had learned to do something every single day of your life. But then everything that I was doing, I wasn't seeing a reward of it. So YouTube has given not just me, but the other people around me to see that reward. You know, there are some internal rewards that when you don't, other people don't get to see it, it destroys you. Like, they're not getting to see this reward. So yeah.
YouTube is more like
it's given me the reward of understanding. Yeah, day in, day out, day in, day out, day in, day out. That's it. Over time, it becomes the best thing that I would have ever done. Just being conscious of every single day. YouTube has opened my mind in ways that I could never imagine. Creativity, so much I've learned. Just so doing something every single day works. I'll leave by saying, like, where are pictures produced after they're taken? Where do they go to be produced before they come to you? Like a hard picture. Where do they go?
To the studio.
Yeah, and how is the studio? That room where they're hung?
It's dark.
Yeah,
Red and dark.
Yeah, so anything that happens in the dark
comes to show.
Comes to show. Yeah.
One more time, let us breathe our breath to be here with us together before we say a peace, if this is going to be a peace or it's going to continue, but to be here, to be together, just to be together, because we're going to watch this at 50. This one's dedicated to us all who are the age we are, going to be 50, and then now likewise as you will be. This is dedicated to you then.
We hope you've learned something. We hope you've...
I have learned a lot. I want to even throw one more question on you before we end it.
Yeah,
how is it to be the head of a home? Is it something you would choose again in another lifetime?
I've come to learn that there's nothing like a head of a family. Yeah. The whole family is the head. The whole family is the tail. The whole family is the body.
We work as one.
We work as one. There isn't there is the head, there's the tail. So what about the tail? They feel bad?
Guide each other.
Yeah. There is no head and all that. We are all human beings. The only difference is that I'm a man, you're a woman. So let's like...
You're a dad, I'm a mom.
Yeah, so there is no head. You are the head, I'm the head, our child can't
God
be the
is
head.
just the top. That
Yeah, so being head, I don't know about that, but that's it. Have I answered your question?
You have not answered if it's something, so it's not there, so would you wouldn't choose it because it's not, doesn't exist.
To be a head? No, I will never choose to be ahead of anything.
But you're ahead of anything.
Yeah, I'd love to be behind.
Yeah,
I don't want to be ahead of anything. Ahead, hey.
I would love for us to continue with the
trivia.
questions.
Yeah, you guys let us know.
This one is probably...
This is a trial. Let this be a trial, complete trial. We'll see how the tribe will accept it. If it's something good, we can write deeper questions that you and I will learn each other through, just like that. And yeah. So we'll just let it be here. From here, guys, we'll just say peace so that we're leaving it from here.
Yeah.
We leave it from here. See you.
Okay.
So let us catch up in the next one, guys. That was trivia.
Rapid fire trivia.
You've enjoyed it.
I've appreciated it. I've appreciated it a lot.
So guys, let us love you and leave you with
peace.
That
part, no.
That part. We thought our cops ahead, man.
The video.
Man, was I fucked up my DL? Seen a DL, so normally. Yeah, imagine that's how tough today is for you guys. Faster in this our generation than previously. Actually, their maturity level is going down with the years. Like the younger they are now, the mature they are becoming.